Hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're doing it to. I'm Bushcron Blitz, and I'm back with a little bit of love, a little bit of shouldering of wonking and stuff with our team here. This is my good mate, Commander Buttface, otherwise known as Shaky. This is his Asia account. I think he normally plays NA. And he's in the Pint Clan, which is the patron-only clan that they've set up. I had nothing to do with that. They did it all on their own. They're a little bit loose, as they say in the classics. But they do put bums on seats, which is lovely, and I have a great time running around with these humans. Now, this is a move I like to do quite often at the moment. Snake hates it because we've had no luck with it at all, but I like to move down here and spot this flank as people move up. It's become a bit rough recently because teams start following you down here and you end up stuck in a corner. Now, we're lucky enough, we've got a couple of mediums pushing down on the right towards the cap circle and up into the hill area. But still in all, we're stuck in a corner. And any time you're in a corner in a game like this is a bad time. It allows teams to circle around you. And when you're spotted, it's often hard to accommodate cover from both sides. So you can get in a situation where, sure, you can make sure the guys in front of you aren't hitting you, but the guys behind you and to your side will get clear shots into your unprotected flanks, and you'll take a lot of damage that way, and you generally lose. Anytime a team's stuck in a corner, it's a negative. What we would have liked to have done is run down here, meet a couple, Shakespeare and myself, put some shots in, either win and push forward or lose and pull back. But because most of the team spotted us, we didn't have any choice. We had to take our medicine and try and win the fight that's in front of us. But you can see I'm starting to get hit here. I'm starting to get hit by people who are at the back, and a lot of people on both teams are now taking really solid damage numbers. And there's a T30 down there. You do not want to be in the way of that kid. Because once they get spotted by these Ford tanks, the guys at the back are taking free shots. We get a lovely roll there, nearly 400 damage on an IS-8, which is great, but we're really starting to get pinged, and it is absolutely time to move. We get a last one in on that IS-8, and we pull back. Now, this is where I want to talk about my loadout on the E50M. Now, this is the old E50M. This is pre-patch. This has got the 185mm turret, and this would actually be a lot easier to do with the 250mm facing on the turret because you would have had a lot better armor profile, and you probably would have been able to go hull down here quite comfortably. But what I run on this tank at the present is a set of binoculars. Errol. The reason I run it, basically, because I do it on most of my mediums at Tier X now, apart from the Ruskies, the really quick, aggressive mediums. And sometimes I equivocate with the Leo because it's so fast and it needs to be able to spot on the move, but quite often it also needs to be able to snipe comfortably. With the E50M, you have crap camo, and binoculars probably doesn't hurt. Optics are great and they improve your view range, but you don't have the best view range anyway, and you've got such bad camouflage that you're going to be seen. Now, you're going to see why I run binoculars here. I'm going to set up down this gun sight. Now, we are currently a tank down, and we've got tanks flanking down here. That would be tough, but you're going to see the binoculars kick in, and there's the 183. And because we get that shot on the 183, we catch him miles from anywhere with that terrible gun handling. He blows a shot on us. We've already hit one. We're just trying to tempt him out into another shot that's never going to go in. Not with that bloody gun. And then it's all bets on. So we've actually held an entire flank and set these guys up in a horrible position where we've got great shots down a gun line. We've got solid cover. We're going to get hit occasionally, but that's fine. We're putting out a lot more damage than we're taking in. And we've turned back a massive amount of damage and pushed on the 183 and the IS-8 and basically held that line on our own because of our equipment loadout. And that's very, very important. And it's something you can't account for at all times in tanks when you're playing them. But when someone does have binoculars, it can turn the tide of a battle. It can get you that early spot, and it can hold a spot even when you drop off the radar for those guys. And it was certainly the case as to why I feel like one of the big reasons why we won this one was because we got those spots down the gun line. We saw the 183 first, and we really ruined his day. That T30, just keeping him tracked, keeping him stuck there. He spotted up again. He's still tracked. Shakes us into him, and it's all over bar the shouting. And I go down there and duff a couple of shots, but we win it. For all intents and purposes, very, very happy hippity hooray. I honestly can't remember what the next game is. I'm doing so many videos at the moment. This video is shot just prior to me heading off to San Diego, to the sunny San Diego, where I'm going to be chilling by the pool and driving my Luva on the NA server, like what is hopefully a boss. Not missing on a professional basis, going for the turret of a T30 because I refuse to waste any more money on heat, even though I'm running an account that I don't pay for. So, a bit of an idiot there. How'd we go? 4,248 damage. The Shakester did 3,174. We didn't get any spots, but we did definitely see those boys coming down the gun line, and it was a huge thing. Okay, I'm in an Object 140. This is what we're talking about. This is spotting by proxy. Now, I told you I don't run the T62A or the Object 140 with binoculars. That's the truth. I run them with an optics. What I do often enough, though, is I take a little bit of time out from a fight to get far enough away that I'm no longer physically able to be spotted, and use aggressive young humans who have pushed up and are on the front lines to spot for me. And you're going to see that tactic here, where I'm basically going to rely on some really aggressive players on my team for my damage, and I'm going to refuse to just duke it out and get belted and hit point trade, and it's going to come out really well. You see this STB1. We're going to have a little tete-a-tete in a second. I move forward. I'm just going to get a shot off here on the... Oh, he's bumped me. Thanks very much, STB. He's just literally run out and bumped me as I'm stationary taking a shot, and he's pushed me out. I'm spotted. Yeah, and then he just goes rolling out sideways and gets belted. I could go and fight with him for that position, or I could be a little bit smarter than he is at the moment, which is going out sideways within full view of a bunch of red mediums. And I'm going to pull all the way back here to the very, very corner. Now, look at that. I'm now 320 meters from there. I'm 265 from that object. Very close, but not close enough. He obviously isn't running optics, or he would have seen me. And we are now in the perfect spot. We really want to nut that 62A because he's at 255 meters, and that is awfully close. If he comes forward another few meters, he will literally spot me, and then I'll have to relocate, and I'll lose this fantastic position, but he doesn't, thank God. And my natural camo, the vents, the perks and everything helps, and I just stay out of the view range. If he had gone to 250 and under, I was dusted. I was visible for firing, and he would have seen me, and I would have lost this spot. As it was, though, you can see we have had an absolute killer of a day here. Switch up to HE, 521 into the grill. Actually, was that me? Must have been another one. And we get another one there that just misses. Huge, big advantage for us, that little spot there. And we mowed through a heap of damage, and we weren't shooting particularly well. We could have done a lot more. We tracked that 140. I want to track him again just in case, but someone else already nuts him, and we're out and about. When you're playing, and look, I run up against players all day long who are better than me, who are just faster than me, who are quicker, aim better, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it should be self-evident from the videos. And this fella here is a very good player, the E50M. But I haven't been on the radar the entire game, and he's come down here not expecting me because basically I haven't been visible the entire game, and he's run straight down the gun line, and there I am. He's a DH boy called All the Pretty Angels or something like that. Pretty Angel, there you go. He's a very good player. And all I did that game was just be a little bit smarter. And the reason I got so much damage there and I did so well, and I think one of the big reasons the team won the game, was not because I was particularly good or I was particularly... it wasn't brawling, I wasn't fighting for my life or anything. I just played it a little bit smarter than the red mediums there, the other Russian meds, because I put myself in a position to win. And that had nothing to do with I mean, look at that. That's a big miss, but we're well over. And I tell you, whoops. I got time to type whoops. Good work, you idiot. So when you're in a position like that next time, and there's a lot of hit point trading going on, decide whether you need to be part of the hit point trading mob, whether you can't just pull back. And and put shots clearly. And I mean, you see that STB1, he was going out sideways within clear view of 3 Russian mediums and a grill, and he got absolutely wrecked for his trouble, deservedly so. We had some very, very solid play from our 62A there, who was right up into it and who was the main reason that we got the damage we got. He spotted a lot of targets for us, white underscore whatever, MDS underscore F. He spotted a lot of targets for us, and he really did a good job there, and that was a key reason. And if you've got players like that who are going to leverage damage for everyone else, and you're able to pull all the way back and fire freely without being spotted, you'll do a lot better. So spotting, guys, optics, loadouts. Think about it. If you're on a medium tank and you're not running an optics or binoculars in your equipment slot, I think you're probably selling yourself short. V-stab and everything is great, but I've dropped vents often for a little bit of optical beneficience. Optical beneficence. There you go. I'm just talking rubbish. I'm Bushcon Blitz. You're all bloody lovely. Thank you so much for your support. I'm passionate about the game. I hope you're enjoying the constant stream of content, and I'll be running around by the pool in San Diego all week. I can't wait to see you there. Until next time, boys and girls, stay safe on the battlefield.